there is a sixth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as your appetite, and as timeless as an Italian grandmother's recipes. It is the middle ground between pasta and sauce, between flavor and bliss. It lies between the
pit of a man's stomach
and the summit of his taste buds. This is the dimension of
throwing things at the wall to see what sticks.
It is an area which we call RP Jesters Presents the Spaghetti Zone.
A band of riders takes off across a blighted plain. Their augmented horses traveled quickly. Dirt and rocks kick up behind them. Suddenly, from nowhere, the earth rips open and a literal demon tackles one of the riders to the ground, the camera tumbling before coming back up inside of a church. Several congregants cower in fear as a band of heroes, cast only in the light glittering from a stained glass window, defend them from a never-ending horde of zombies. A preacher levels a shotgun, and as they fire and the explosion fills the screen, it changes again to a group of miners underground running for their lives as an eldritch horror inks its way across the walls, and as it consumes them and the screen is filled with black, the camera rises up to show a group of people playing cards at a table. Suddenly, guns drawn, pistols pulled. As cards fly into the air, one of them crosses in front of the camera, and we finally see a corrupt mayor slinging a bag of gold coins across a table that pile up into a small mountain. From there, we crossfade off of that pile of coins to a literal mountain capped with snow in the middle of a mountain range. And then, appearing across the screen, we get RP Jesters Presents The Spaghetti Zone, Chapter 2, Train Full of Hell. Woo!
Yeah! That was
Welcome back, everybody!
That was great.
To RP Jesters. I am your game master right now, and welcome to the world of Fistful of Darkness, a hack to Blades in the Dark. Today, I have the honor of being joined by Seth Coveyou.
Hi, I'm Seth, and I would like to rename the Game Master to Dirt Daddy.
Yeah. Well, hell. So I'll second the motion.
All right, let me redo that then. Your Dirt Daddy.
Hello.
Seth, though, what is your character's name? Just the name.
Charlie Sunday.
Perfect. Joined by Casey Reardon.
Charlotte Silverwaters.
Jonas Tintenseher.
Charity Chance, take a chance on me.
Hey, very nice. And Andrew Frost.
Well, name's Chuck Cavendish Cavanaugh. Pleasure.
I am very excited to be playing this system right now. So, for those of you at home, we are playing a system called Fistful of Darkness, which is a hack, meaning that they took the original game and they changed it up, changing the elements of the game to match the setting. In this case, a weird Western, a Western full of magic, demons, spirits, vampires, and things like that. The little intro that I gave there was just a taste of what this world has to offer. Now, one of the big things in this game, and one of the things that I definitely want to get out there, is unfortunately a mechanic that we won't be hitting on because this is just going to be a 2-episode little thing, is you form yourself a posse, and with that posse you have a hideout, and you interact with the other factions of a town or of a city called Mudwater in the middle of this hellscape that they call this world. And in that town are different factions. You interact with the factions. In Blades in the Dark, it's called doing, what's it called again when it's like heists and things like that?
Score.
You do a score. In this one, we do a run. But unfortunately, we won't be touching on that sort of base building political system. Instead, our people here are part of a gang. I can't remember the specific type of gang that you guys are, but you guys are outlaws. Pulling off a heist today. You know that it is going to be a train heist. So you'll be stopping this train and then robbing it of a very special mineral that is known to this world called hellstone. or its original name,
okay.
Bloodstone. Now, hellstone is more valuable than gold, and it was discovered a while ago. But when it was discovered, it also brought demons, spirits, eldritch horrors into this world. So while it is incredibly valuable, it is also destroying this world. Another really cool mechanic to this game, and something that I actually really like, with a lot of RPGs, the game master might plan out an ending. I'm sure Casey has something in mind there. With this game, there is a hard game mechanic that spells the end of the game called the end game. And it's when you literally piss off the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse so much that they're just like, well, guys, it's time for the end of the world. You screwed up. And it's really interesting.
Awesome.
And then it's light versus dark. It's basically all of your good influence versus all the horrible influence that you have made upon this world. And you choose your side. Now, we are just doing a simple run today, so we are not touching on that at all.
But that's why you came to the spaghetti zone, because you just wanted to...
You just want a little
wanna see
taste
what
of that
sticks.
sweet sauce.
You just want a little saucy bit.
You want a little taste of that sauce.
A little slurp, there,
A
I
little
say.
slurp.
A little garlic bread on the
So-
side.
We enter in now. The camera changes there, and it opens up, cuts straight from black to a boot with a large spur on the back of it sitting on the ground, when suddenly something thuds next to it. A small pile of something that looks stringy with red all over it. Oh, it's spaghetti. The camera then pans up to a largest, semi-oafish looking man who the audience would recognize immediately as Charlie Friday. And he goes, "Oh, I dropped my spaghetti. God dang it." When suddenly a voice off screen and it cuts to this cowboy sitting on a black horse. And he goes, "Shut up, Charlie. You're distracting us." And we would recognize this person as Chasler, still wearing his familiar fedora. Though the world has changed, the characters have not. Seth, it's at this moment that you kind of wake up. Something's wrong here. You have 2 sets of memories right now. One of you and Mudwater, and one of you part of a janitorial team? And there was a giant broom? It's also so fuzzy and strange.
I look at my hand. Am I holding the Åsbrush?
You are not.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's all a lie. I'm just crazy.
We knew that already.
You're not sure what reality is. You look to your left and
What am I gonna say? I wake up like I'm a janitor.
you see your brother look at you. Charlie goes, "Are you okay, bro?"
No, we're one person. We're one.
You're
Charlie.
right.
Charlie.
Yeah.
We melded together.
I mean, we're twins.
I'm a
if that's what you
janitor.
mean.
Janitor.
I love you.
I'm
Just like your brother looks really concerned right now, but he has no idea what you're talking about. And at that point, Chasler, again, this sort of gruff, but also like painfully normal looking cowboy. Like if you just took the most like bland looking cowboy that you could, the one that's like on the cover of any Spirit of Halloween cowboy cover, like that's him. And he just goes, "Shut up, both of you. Now, remember, folks, we hit the charges as soon as the train leaves the tunnel. Otherwise, it's going to be trapped in the tunnel. We make that clear?" He looks at all of you, expecting some sort of reply.
Oh, we're all here.
I didn't realize we were there.
Sorry, yes, that's my bad. That's my bad. You guys are all there.
We all wake up thinking.
No, so only Seth's character has that weird memory. All of you are there. All of you are on top of horses or standing on the ground. Let me set the scene a little bit better here. I did just jump in right away. That's my bad. Does everybody want to go around and just describe their character real fast?
Charlotte's, quote, Silver Waters is in an all-white saloon dress with these long elbow-length white gloves with the
Beautiful.
Mr. Clean earring. And her hair is up in a tight bun still underneath a white Stetson.
To Charity, I said light brown skin, scar over the lip, bandage on the nose, black hair is tied back in a bun. She's got the cowboy hat, the Stetson, and rancher getup that's like a bit too clean and prissy. Like she bought it in the city and like has not actually been, in the desert that long.
Oh, nice.
And just like way too many belts and bandoliers. The outfit is mostly leather.
Oh, like a Square Enix character.
Yes. This is a city person's idea of what a cowboy looks like.
Designed by
it.
Nomura. Gotcha.
Charlie?
Charlie Sunday looks like Charlie Day, but they're in a Western now.
I love it. And your brother looks exactly the same. You guys dress the same too.
I can't really
Are you
do
at least
it.
color coded?
No.
Damn it.
No.
And Cavendish?
Yeah, I mean, Cavendish is still has that beautiful banana-like mustache.
Beautiful.
He switched out his sunglasses for a pair of darkened spectacles. So they're a little bit dimmer than a regular pair of spectacles, but they're not like, blackout like sunglasses. And he's wearing a nice little gambler-style cowboy hat. Because there are different styles of cowboy hat, as I Googled earlier today.
It's great.
Well, I guess, yeah, I kind of knew that. I guess Stetson is a thing I know. 10-gallon.
Nice. You guys are on sort of this grassy semi-plateau, and right next to you is a line of train tracks. About 100 feet down is the mouth of a tunnel that runs through a mountain. There are large pine trees around you and a light dusting of snow, meaning that you're at a high altitude right now in these mountains. The view you have is spectacular from here. You also know that there is a line of dynamite going up the cliff face semi-near you that should drop some boulders down and trap the train outside of the tunnel.
It sure is a spectacular view.
Charity, don't fire me. No,
What are you talking about?
You mean like out of a cannon?
No, sorry.
Chuck's gonna look over his shoulder as we can't trust Charlie with a horse, so he's on Chuck's horse.
Like, you were out there, buddy.
I had a dream.
Oh, that's good.
I gotta stop huffing glue.
Yeah, you know what? Probably.
That horse glue is really nice.
The thing is, huff and glue usually means like with glue, you can't sniff the horse. It's not glue yet. If you sniff the horse, you're just gonna get like horse juice in your head.
Can we stay on task here?
Sorry, Charlotte, you're right. You're so right.
Very fair.
All right. And at that point, you guys hear in the distance the loud train whistle go off, and you know that the train is coming, and it is time to ignite those explosives. So I'd just like to know, who's sent off the charges?
Probably Chuck.
I ain't getting my hands dirty.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess Chuck.
Okay.
I don't think we wouldn't. I don't think we. I don't think we trust Charlie with the detonator.
Chuck's got the range of
Charlie
the
set
horse.
them up.
Who's got it?
Charlie set them up, but I think Chuck's setting it off.
Charlie set the charges.
Okay,
oh
so
no.
Chuck-
Oh no.
No, that's so great. Okay, so Chuck, you set them off?
Yeah.
All right, you hit the igniter. Right before you do it, Chazler goes, "Would you hurry up, you morons? I swear I need to get a new crew. You people are all idiots." And at that point, the charges go off and ignite. And as planned, this huge, like 20-ton boulder rolls down the hill and slams into the track. And as you're all watching as well, though, you watch as the cliff face running alongside of you sound like and cracks and starts running down the cliff towards the cave. And you see Chazler go, "You idiot! And you watch as a second enormous boulder falls about 30 feet in front of the cave. And this is messy. It causes a huge landslide. Boulders going everywhere. Chazler turned around and goes, "I swear I should hang it." And suddenly in the back of his head, you just hear a clunk. And a rock slams him into the back of the head and ricochets off at high speed. And he just sits there with a finger pointed at you and then just slumps and falls off his horse.
So
Well, if that didn't happen, I was going to do it.
You don't want nothing lost there.
You guys are now effectively leaderless, and that train is coming. So let's jump in. What do you guys do?
I like that the charges like go off as planned, and I just want to throw this in that Charity looks at that and goes, "Oh, I didn't think that would." And then as she's turning, the other boulders are coming down, and Chazler gets back there. It's like, never mind, that makes more sense.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check Chazler's pockets.
Okay, you go over and immediately rifle through your old boss's pockets. I'm going to say that you find like a large stack of cash, and I'm going to say that you could add 1 to your coin here.
Great.
You also see that he has his Colt revolver. It was not well maintained, though.
Gotcha.
I would say that this is already a pretty bad run of luck that we've got here.
Yeah.
So I have this ability called Misfortune, which is some call you lucky, but truth to be told, bad shit just happens to folk who try to mess with you. So I can spend grit to cause unfortunate things to happen. The top example of which is I can spend 3 grit to cause a catastrophe, such as a collapsing mine shaft. So just right off the bat, can I just derail this train?
So the train is already going to get trapped in that tunnel by the new rock. Are you trying to also cave the tunnel in on the train?
What if I cave the tunnel in ahead of the train so the whole thing doesn't get trapped in there?
Then you might not be able to get access to the train.
But if it's like, I want to do like half in, half out. Right. So we can like get in on the back and then go on the part that's inside. No?
Oh, so I'm sorry, Sky. I'm just a little unclear on where we are. Are we on the side that the rock collapsed on, so we have to make our way on the other side of the mountain to get to the train?
Okay. So you are on this flat plateau, and at about 100 feet away of you, leading away, are rail tracks that lead into a mountain. They lead into a tunnel.
Yeah. Right.
Now, originally, the plan was to have a boulder fall away about 100, 200 feet away from the entrance to the cave, just so you could get them here, and this would be a good spot to do a train robbery. However, you did not think that the rocks would break, and now instead of a boulder 100 feet away from the cave entrance, there's a boulder 30 feet away from the cave entrance. You'll still be able to access the cave. You just won't be able to, you gotta now like go through the train, basically.
The train is coming toward us.
I thought it was fully blocked in and we had to go around this mountain. Got it.
Cool. So the train is coming toward us, and it's going to get stopped just outside of the tunnel by this boulder.
As you're thinking that, you already hear the train's brakes going off through the tunnel. Cool. The sound being magnified from being in such a small place.
So yeah, can I derail the train so it kind of dodges the boulder but gets off the tracks and thereby like comes out of the tunnel at an angle?
That is an interesting thought.
Wouldn't that be lucky for you?
Yeah, it's unlucky for other people as well.
Unlucky for other people. Okay.
That is true. It's unlucky for the passengers on there.
Death is unlucky. Yeah,
we're not good guys.
No, nope. I mean, this totally this quote unquote derails what I had planned. But yeah, no, you have this ability. Let's do it. Yeah, you derailed. You don't have to roll for this.
I just spend 3 grit.
Okay then.
Which is a lot.
Wow, that is a lot of grit. That is a huge repercussion. That is also so broken.
No, it's great. I love it.
I make the building fall on top of them. Like, what?
Here's the other thing is that this ability, when it happens also during, it causes like that much more doom during payout. So like I'm technically accelerating the end of the world, but I'm not going to be here to see that. So,
that is very true.
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. So you guys are there, and what does this look like?
I think Charity has these glasses where the left lens is busted out, so she just has the right one. Charity is like looking at, and Charity has like the scar on her lip and bandage over her nose. She's a very grizzled looking person, but is the sweetest and like most chipper person in the whole group. So just looks at the train and is like, that makes more sense that this is going badly for us. And then looks down, smirks, pushes up her glasses anime style. And there's just this like glare in her left eye from behind the broken lens. And the boulders like another boulder comes down off the mountain and knocks the rails out of line.
Okay, yeah. So this train was already trying to screech to a stop there. But a little bit of this calamity also causes the brakes to fail a tiny bit too. And you guys are standing there, and then suddenly just this loud, huge amount of noise as a 8-car train completely derails and just flips on its side. Some of the carts staying up, some of them just like flipping over and just banks off of that first boulder, hits the side of the cliff, and it's just like dragging dirt and debris flying everywhere. A tree literally gets ripped out of the ground, and you watch it fly through the air and go off the side of the cliff. And the train grinds to a stop about like 10 feet away from you guys.
Hey,
I will say the back 2 cars are still within
that
the
makes
tunnel
sense. Yeah.
because I believe an average train car length is about 30 feet. So 30 times 8 is 240 feet. And you guys were 200 feet away, I believe we established. So actually, just
We were
the
100
last
feet
car
away.
is in the tunnel.
So
Yeah.
I just want to say I've never had the opportunity to literally derail a GM's plans before. So
There you go.
great system.
You
Love it.
fully changed the adventure.
Charlie, yeah.
Let me just
All right.
let me
much
just
of that
highlight
powder
and
do
hit
you use?
delete here for a lot of this. All right, what do you guys do?
Do we have any inclination as to what car the hellstone is in?
If you want to give me I don't have a sheet up in front of me. Give me a second here.
Survey.
Yes, if you want to give me a survey, that would probably be the roll for this.
I'll
Also,
roll it.
technically, you get to decide what you roll, and then I just help you narrate it.
Right.
Though, there's a bit of like trust here as well, that you're not like, I'm going to roll brawl to figure out what they're doing. And you just go
I
around
would-
punching things.
I would like to try and attune. Attune
Ooh,
to,
it is
to
magical.
the hellstone itself.
Oh, I love that. Okay, yeah, do it.
And if possible, I would also like to use a dog's nose. You always sense the tainted. Gain +1 die whenever you gather info to uncover corruption or find the corrupted. Does
Interesting. So
Hellstone-
technically, Hellstone itself is not corrupted.
Okay.
Those things that it interacts with become corrupted. So not in this moment, but
Okay.
you might get an opportunity for that later.
No,
Great
but they could
anime.
sniff out the taint around the bloodstone.
That is true.
Yeah, the train
Now-
car it was in. Obviously,
Yeah,
must
smell
have
that
been-
taint, Casey.
Yeah, yeah. Now the safe that the bloodstone in is one big taint. You know what you're saying?
It touched the
yeah.
walls of it. Just go ahead, roll.
Yeah, give that taint a whiff.
So,
Oh my god, that was garbage.
do you mind telling people how the rolling in the system works, though, real fast?
Yeah, so we have a certain number of points in each one of these abilities. I have 2 points to attune, which means I roll 2d6 and take the higher. And the goal is to get a 6, because that's the best that you could do, and I think something good
So,
happens on a 6, right?
A 4 to 5 is just like you succeed. Wah.
Succeed with a
A
consequence.
consequence. A 6 is like hell yeah, like total success. And if you roll 2 6s, that's a critical success. 1 through 3, failure. Bad shit happens.
Yeah, I got a 3.
Rad. Okay, then. You reach out like magically, and this is a dangerous thing to do in this world. And you're pulling at the threads of basically this tainted energy that is, around the area, and trying to feel out where the hellstone is. And you feel like something got drawn to you. You're not sure what, but something you just like. You get this quick vision of just like eyes, like bloodshot eyes turning on to you. And then it's like gone, like Sauron, like suddenly appearing. And you cannot tell where it is though through that.
So Charlotte is just going to grab onto the symbol of her faith, which is...
It could be anything.
Mr. Clean.
It could
Yeah,
also
I'm
just
trying
be
to think.
regular old. Could be just regular old Christianity. No,
No, we ain't Jesus.
that's a classic. joke.
It's this...
It's Mr. Clean's earring.
Yeah, she has Mr. Clean's earring, and
Just
she
like
just
a
like
gold ring, yeah.
she touches the gold earring, and just kind of feels its power, and she says, "Well, now, boys, and Charity, we got some cleaning up to do."
It's making sense now.
And she's gonna start
That's-
making her
I
way.
don't-
She's gonna start making her way to the train.
You said that like it had some kind of double meaning, but we're outlaws. We don't typically do cleaning. I'm
I
not
got
sure
it.
what that-
I got it. I'm a custodian. No, it makes sense to me.
Well, Charlotte's
Okay.
whole religion is
So-
about cleaning up the taint.
Yeah. No, you're
This is
It's
an
it's
8-car
double meaning
train.
to her.
Let me. There are 8 cars, including the caboose and the steam locomotive at the front. So you've got the steam locomotive, and then right behind that are 2 of these they've got a ton of windows on them. So I'll just give this. You could probably assume those are passenger cars. The next one is your classic, big wooden door on the side of it. After that is another car with these sort of portholes on the side of it. Following that is this car that is painted completely black. Then after that is this heavy metal car. It's like totally steel encased. Then after that is your caboose. And the caboose is still inside of the mountain.
The porthole car, that's the aquarium car.
Yes.
So that was completely kaput. I mean, that absolutely gone. All them fish are dead.
You see several enormous purple tentacles erupting out of it. And you're like, ooh, an octopus.
I think Charlotte is going to go up to the wooden sliding door one.
Okay.
Maybe it's too late now, Andrew, but what were you going to throw in earlier when the train derailed?
Oh, I was just asking Charlie how many explosives he put in them. That's a little excessive.
I thought you guys, we had the whole box. I thought we were going to put the whole thing.
That was supposed to last us 2 months.
Why would you bring
that was
extra?
6 train heists worth of explosives, Charlie.
Yeah, I just thought that you would use all the explosives.
No, it makes sense.
No, that's the opposite.
Let's keep it moving. People are dying. Trains are burning. Let's go. Daylight's going.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want to get those purple tentacles near the taint.
The
Casey-
Charlie cut is
Very
going
fair,
to
very
more
fair.
explosives, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
So Charlotte, you are heading towards that one car. Is anybody going somewhere else?
I think that's a good plan to start there and go back. So I'm going to hop off my horse and join Charlotte.
Okay.
I also will.
Okay. Who is opening the door?
Chuck will.
Chuck will open the door? Okay, then. You go up, and this is one car that has been flipped completely on its side. So the huge wheels are sticking straight out towards you. So you're going to have to climb up top and then open it from the top, looking straight down into the car.
Okay. I will do that. Before I do that, though, I'm just going to look back at my posse and just put a finger to my lips and just go,
Play it cool. They don't know we did this.
I look around at the wreckage and destroyed train that I definitely caused and be like,
All right, good.
You mean
All
the
right.
dead people? The people we killed?
Don't know what you're talking about. And I'll open the latch.
I am going to need you to immediately make a prowess resist roll.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
okay. All right. What do I roll? Okay, I get one.
How many prowess dice you got?
Who's opening the door? Who's dying first? They're the same question.
So in this game, sort of like saving
A
throws, there are
2?
3 different attributes. There's wit, prowess, and guts. And depending on the number of skills you have in that, actions you have in that, is equivalent to the amount of dice that you roll. It's a little confusing without the visual, but Andrew, how many dice do you roll?
I rolled 1 die, and I got 2.
You got 2. So yeah, you're going to take 4 grit in this game, and then you're also going to take a level 1 harm, unless somebody would like to
I thought
help
it
out
was
with that and
or.
try and resist it for them.
I thought you get the grit or the harm.
well, it might have been a worse harm that's being reduced.
Oh no,
what I-
sorry, I'm mistaken then. So you can either take a level 1 harm or the 4 stress, or the 4 grit.
I'll take the grit.
You'll take the grit?
Yeah.
Okay then. What happens though is someone immediately launches out of there, who is just covered in soot and grime. They've got like a hobo like sash over their shoulder, and they're just trying to like thunk you with it right now. Well, they do thunk you with it, but you manage to like kind of get up your arms in this very stressful moment. And we, the viewers, would immediately recognize Charlene, who is a hobo in this universe, who is just attacking you outright. And they're just like, "You'll never get my giblets! I'm gonna kill you!"
I would love to just whip out my concealed palm pistol and shoot her.
All right, okay then. So what is that gonna be?
It would be sling.
Sling? Okay then.
Can I'm gonna spend a grit to assist Charlotte in this
And add a
give
die?
her 1 die. And the way that I do that is I whip out my own concealed holdout pistol and just also shoot.
I love it.
I'm at a loss. Who is Charlene?
Charlene was the
gremlin?
dirty girl that was Charlotte's
with the
nemesis.
dual paint rollers who loved mud.
Charlotte was the dirty girl.
She's the dirty girl.
They're a dirty girl.
Charlotte was like, "I'm going to clean you," and then dual wielded mops.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. I'm sorry.
That climactic
Oh,
moment.
There's
from
too
last
many
week.
shus and chus.
Yeah, I know, right? This
good.
is all your
It's
guys'
so
fault.
great.
It's all Charlie.
So great. If you're confused, go listen to the other episodes again.
Why'd
Give
you
them a
start with
re-listen.
this one? All right, so I got with the extra die, I got a 4.
You got a 4. Okay, then.
Yeah.
I don't know if there is a repercussion to this, to be honest. I might just give this to you because you're getting help, and this is just kind of a fun moment here. So you guys whip out your pistols here and just like mid-air, just shoot them twice through the chest. What is
Well,
good,
we're in an
little
enclosed space,
miniature?
right?
You know, there is
The
actually
body-
The
There
body
is a-
falls onto Charlotte and makes her dirty, and she
there
doesn't
is
like
an
that.
unknown repercussion to this action.
Ooh.
There's an
Oh,
unknown
okay.
repercussion to this action.
Foreboding.
Not a huge one, but just like there's something in.
Yeah, it's there.
Are they
Exciting.
dead?
So you guys have just shot this woman, and they are on the ground now, dead. Cavendish, you are what I imagine. Cavendish, you are up on top of the freighter, while the rest of you are still on the ground. Or did anybody else climb up there?
No,
with
we were
them?
just down
I
there
hadn't
looking.
climbed up yet. She
Okay,
just
then.
jumped out and I reaction shot her.
Nah, gee.
So what happens here then is, I think Charlie, you hear like kind of a thump behind you of someone like hitting the ground. And when you turn around, you see that the conductor of the train has landed on the ground and is limping slightly towards you guys.
Oh, I go and help the conductor.
He's like kind of got his hat on, and you approach him, and he goes, "Do you know what happened here?"
No, we came looking for survivors.
And he looks at you.
I'm gonna do this accent. What happened to me?
You,
I don't know what's going
I
on.
have brain
you
damage.
just happen to be here looking for survivors
I was riding a horse.
on the
I
side
had a dream
of
where I was a custodian. Nothing makes sense.
That is strange, I must say.
I'm a
And
little unhinged.
you see, looking across from you is Chadford now as a train conductor.
It's a good fit for him.
Yeah, he's my poor beauty, my beautiful train, as he like caresses the side of it. Look what they've done to you. And I
What
want
was
you
his
to-
name?
Y-
The train's
name.
name.
Its name was Arthur.
Oh, it all comes together. It makes
It
more
all
sense
comes
now.
together. I would love for you to give me a roll because you are straight lying to this guy and trying to convince him that you did not derail this train.
Cool.
I don't think he lied. He said he was on a horse and that he was looking for survivors.
That is true.
I don't care what you say.
I don't know. It doesn't sound like. Where's the lie?
That's a lie of omission.
I said I was unhinged. I'm
He
a
did say that.
custodian.
This is all factual.
I'll roll sway
Okay.
because sure.
That's the lying ability.
That is the lying
Yeah.
ability.
I rolled 2 3s.
Oh no. He just sort of squints and looks at you and slowly starts backing away back towards the caboose of the train. Not the caboose, sorry. Back towards the steam engine. The train
Where
goes,
are you going?
Yes, no, I'm
No, where are you
going to
going?
get my things.
Hold on.
Thank
Get
you
back here
for
and
your
I'll run
help."
after. I'm going to tackle him.
Yeah, he's starting to run away. Okay, that is going to be another roll. Brawl, probably.
Hold on, he's limping. Does he really need to do much work to get this guy
That
down?
is
true.
I'll brawl because he's only affected in the legs. Like, he could still elbow. He could throw some punches.
You'll
I'll-
brawl just because you want to hurt him.
I will give you.
I'll brawl because for the love of the game.
I'll give you a +1 on this. So roll an extra die because you're right. He is limping.
Okay.
It's a level 2 wounds, shattered kneecaps.
Rolling my 3 dice. Wait, hold on. All right. That's a 6 and a 1 and a 3.
All right, that's a 6, baby.
That's a 6.
There
Yeah, you tackle him to the ground. He's like, help, Arthur, help me.
I'm going to save you. Don't worry.
How are you saving him?
It's terrifying.
What do you mean? I don't have to explain it to you, Dirt Daddy.
I don't gotta. What do you run the game?
Do you want
or
to
something?
role play? Do you want to role play, or am I gonna just just tell you all. Okay, he's not gonna save him. He's just trying to lie again. He's not very good at it. Are you happy? Are you happy with that?
But what are you doing with him though? Like you've got him perfectly pinned. He is fully at your disposal.
Hey, I just wanted to know how many people were on the train, huh?
I think you've got him properly pinned here, and he's like, we had about 30 individuals on the train. It would be 46 people on the train.
Okay, cool. Is that more than the group that we have here? Or is that less? I think double digits. Maybe that is more.
What was the question, sorry?
Yes, if that's more than we have in our gang.
No, I think there's less. Well, I mean, do you have more? You're in a gang? I thought you were here to help.
Yeah, gang, crew, posse, friend group.
I'm very confused right
Clubhouse, BFFs forever.
now. What do you want?
They're all synonyms. I just want to help you. How can I help you? Why are you running from me?
You can let me go.
No.
Imagine being tackled by a man you've never met and be like, I want to help.
We're going to cut back to the other three. What are you guys watch this all unfold. What do you do?
Should we stop this?
No, as soon as Charlie runs after the limping man and tackles him, I clamber up onto the side of the car and offer my hand to Charlotte.
Yeah, I'm going up. Charlie's distracting that guy, I guess.
Yeah, let's take a look around. Charlie will find his way back.
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
We'll resolve this Charlie plot next episode. Joking. You guys, okay, so you get on top of this flipped over train car. You're standing up on the wood, looking down through the now slid open doorway. And you see that it is full of luggage, boxes, parcels. There's mail scattered everywhere on the far side of this car that has clearly fallen off of these large oaken shelves that would be on the sort of left side here, or the top side, and as the orientation is now, that have now fallen, and contents are spewed everywhere. Clothing, spices, random bits and bobs and whatnot.
We got papers and boxes. We've got two actions that are kind of like the perceptive ones. We've got read for studying things and survey, and read would probably get me a better answer, but I have more dots in survey. So can I try and survey all the many papers and things and look for a cargo manifest?
You're looking for the important stuff, yeah.
No, I love that. Sense. Yeah, go ahead, give me a survey.
Good content. That's a 6.
That's a 6.
Hey!
I think along with a cargo manifest, you also find a passenger list.
We look down here and we open the door and the wind is blowing on this dusty plateau, scattering papers everywhere. And as I'm looking and drowning down, my arm just shoots out and grabs a paper, and I pull it back and I go, cool. All right, we got it. Does this list say, do I see any names I recognize, or do I see where the hellstone is?
You see a bunch of things that are just getting delivered. There's some mining equipment. There's a thing of saddles getting delivered along the lines of some spices, and then people's luggage is listed on there as well. And you see in a separate thing that says vault car, you see just listed there, hellstone.
And are there any names on the passenger list that stand out to me?
Yes, actually. That's a good point. You see two things that stand out to you. One, you see the name John P. Little.
Ooh.
Yeah, you see John P. Little was on this train. Maybe tell us who John P. Little is in regards to you?
So part of this game, as other Forged in the Dark games, you pick, of the contacts you have, you pick a friend and an enemy. And my enemy is John P. Little, a cattle baron. Because, capitalism. And I think what went down with John P. Little and I is my playbook is the plan. So I'm like a mastermind. I'm really good with papers and documents and stuff. I think I worked for John P. Little at one point, and then I learned that he was up to some shady business or treating his workers badly. So I fleeced him, and that's why I had to flee the city and join this gang.
Perfect.
And you looked warm doing it.
Two other things that you note on this list as well is that there is a New Horizon credit unit officer who is currying a briefcase full of money. somewhere on this train. Ooh. And then there is also one of the cars is full or has 6 cavalry soldiers on it. A part of the 8th Cavalry Division, who are basically Union soldiers. So they are dangerous, and they are one of the cars is basically dedicated to them.
But they're a friend of ours. They're at least a friend of Charity's.
The Cavalry Division?
Yeah, they're Union.
No,
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
Sorry.
I'm so sorry.
They're against the capitalists, and they were bad with their workers, and you wanted them to unionize.
Oh, a union.
Oh my God.
Union.
Boo.
Yeah. Okay, so I look at this list and I go.
Your character takes 1 stress. I mean grit.
I didn't think it was that much of a stress.
No, I'm
it's
joking.
Union.
Good on the 8th Cavalry Division for unionizing. That's nice.
They do have a strong union, and that union will kill you.
They do get an hour lunch break instead, though. So
I turn to Charlotte and Cavendish and I say, all right, so we've got cavalry soldiers, 6 of them around, and there's a New Horizon money briefcase sitting around that we could steal. Oh. We should focus on the hellstone. It's probably in the vault car, but like,
you know what? I could use a little bit of that.
If we're making our way through the train, maybe we might be able to find everything else. Otherwise, we could just hop out and head down further.
Well, my bet is that the cavalry and the Union officer are probably in the passenger side behind us, and the vault car is in front of us. So we could split up and handle it that way, or we could tackle it together. I mean, I don't see one way or the other. I'm not really sure what could be guarding. You know, that pothole tank with the tentacles looks a bit unsettling. But
the tentacles were a joke.
The pothole tank with the tentacles that I imagined are a little bit unsettling, but.
Yeah, that's fair. You know, I mean, ever since that time you fell in the Atlantic, I get it.
Listen, I'm just not good with water. Cavendish, why don't you go out and help Charlie, and Charlotte and I will see if we can check out this vault car.
Yeah, I reckon I could. And I'll head out.
Okay.
So are we gonna hop out, Charity, and head to the vault car outside?
I think we should hop to the vault car. Yeah.
All right.
Okay then. So let's.
How you doing, Charlie?
Cavendish. Yeah, you get out. You jump down. You walk a little bit. Charlie, I assume you still have them pinned, or have you, do you not have them pinned anymore?
If you've just been arguing with him this whole time.
I think right now we're just both sitting on rocks right next to each other. And I've still got my hands on his shoulder. Now we're in an upright position. And I'm still arguing with him. I am helping you. Look, you're sitting up. It's fine.
You are not helping me. The way you could help me is by letting me get back to Arthur, my train.
Yeah, Arthur's right here. You can still see them. It's fine.
I cannot touch them from here.
Okay, fine. And I drag him and I
what's all the commotion about over here? What's going on over here?
He's not cooperating. Well, I'm trying to help him.
He's not helping me.
Oh, you're right, sir. You need a hand.
I could use a hand. Could you get me away from this oaf and his brother who's been very quiet?
I'm not an oat. You're an oat.
Punch him straight in the face to knock him out.
Oh, you're gonna punch? Okay, yeah, you punch Chadford, and you are at a good standing, and this'll good standing standard effect here. So yeah, I mean, go ahead and
roll brawl.
Well, I don't even think you need to roll. I think if you could just knock him out.
All right, knock him out.
Yeah, you just punch him. He goes down. He flops to the ground unless.
Yeah, he goes limp in my hands. And I just drop him. What? Why'd you do that?
Can we just reflect on that exchange a little bit? Cavendish walks up, this big burly man with a huge mustache. What's going on here? And just immediately punches the guy with almost no response. What's going on here? Punch.
Well, also Chadford went, you can help me, and then just got crossed.
I am helping him. I'm getting him away from Charlie, because now Charlie's going to come with me.
Poor guy.
Chuck, why'd you do that? I had him. He was on the ropes. He was going to give me everything.
Oh, I thought we were a tag team now. That's why I did my
We're not a tag team. We're not a tag team. I had this.
You know what? That kind of hurts, because I considered us, like two of the boys,
I don't even know what you're doing anymore.
It's kind of sweet.
What am I even doing here?
You're helping us out. I mean, you said all those explosives. Did a very
I said all the explosives. I was really good about that. That was really cool. I did that. That was really cool.
You did. No, it was really cool. I mean, not gonna lie, that set us back a lot of money. But
no, it didn't. No, I think it made it better because the train is derailed now. Huh? That's fun. That's what we wanted, right?
You know what? I'll give you that one. There you go, buddy. See? And I'm going to pat him on the back.
Excuse me, Arthur. I like pat. I pat Chadford on the head, and I'm like, yeah, Arthur. Yeah, okay, all right. Well, what do they do? What do I do now?
You boys done mucking about?
All right, we're gonna put a little blanket on him, and we're just gonna leave him there for now.
Can we use your blanket? Mine's unavailable.
Oh. What? Charlie, what did you do with your blanket?
I don't want to say.
Charlie, use your words.
No, I'm not gonna say it. I don't want to say it.
It's
Charlie,
okay.
did you
You
put
can
it in the
say
river
it.
again?
No,
Charlie.
I wouldn't put it in the river. Last time it floated away and I lost it. I wouldn't put it in the river again. I wouldn't do it.
All right.
I like cross my arms.
Where is it?
Why don't you just give it the blanket? You knocked him out. It's your blanket. You use your blanket. It was your punch, your blanket.
Yeah, but you know, it was you holding him down that allowed me to punch him square in the face and knock him out.
I'm not going to have this argument with you. I'm not going to walk away. It's like a hot summer day.
As you guys are walking away, your brother comes up with a blanket and puts it on him.
Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it.
It's the wet one from the river. What we don't see
Probably
off
gonna help
screen
him with heat stroke.
is Chadford
Probably.
gets pneumonia and dies 20 minutes later.
Oh, no.
Pneumonia and heat stroke at the
Yeah,
same
exactly.
time.
Yeah, double whammy.
And also just like a scorpion stings him.
And he also had
Chadford Morrison's no good, very bad, horrible, terrible day.
dysentery the
awful
entire
time,
time too. So.
Chadford. I love this. In the other one, it's like, wow, we really love Charity. And this time, I'll be like, I'll put in my NPC, and you guys are just, we beat the crap out of them. We kill them.
Shot you,
I love
mine
it.
first.
That is true. All right. So where are you two going? And then I think we could cut back to the other two. Where are Charlie and Cavendish going?
We're pulling up the rear, right, Andrew?
Oh yeah, let's start heading towards the
Just
rear.
following right behind.
Okay, so all
Charlie.
four of you are heading down towards the vault
Yeah.
car.
Sure, yeah.
Okay then. So you guys are walking along the outside of this train. The front four cars, which are the steam locomotive and the two passenger cars, and then this cargo car, are all flipped sideways. The next car is sort of at this 45-degree angle. The one after that, which is this jet black car, is standing up, and the vault car is standing up. And then the caboose is also standing up inside of the entrance to the tunnel, just to give you guys kind of a visual right now. As you guys are heading past this car with the portholes that is at a 45-degree angle, I would say,
Sorry, I saw tentacles again.
let's hear, who's taking up the lead right now?
It's Charity and Charlotte.
Yeah.
Are you guys just walking side by side?
Side by side.
Both of you notice that there's a large pool of blood dripping from this car straight onto the ground. You know, like it's at a 45-degree angle, and you see that it's just leaking through the boards and dripping out.
Gross.
Mop it up.
I mean, yeah.
Can I try and place my hand up against the side of this vault car, grab onto my Mr. Clean earring, and I say,
Already forgot about the earring.
clean my visional bald one.
Okay, then. So you're gonna. This is an attune roll.
Oh, bald.
Yeah, a two.
Okay, then.
Cow with the
That's
All right.
shadows ahead of me.
Okay.
Yeah, well, erode the filth, polish the pure.
So tell me again, what is the desired effect?
I want to see through
Like
it.
aura sense.
Yeah.
Okay, then. All right. Give me a attune roll.
Okay. That's 5.
Okay, then. With a 5, there's something about the material of this cart which makes it very difficult to do this. So you have to push yourself. You have to exert more energy than you thought you would have here. So I'm going to say that you do manage to read through it, but you are going to take... Jonas, this is my first time running it. Do you think that you can give a level 1 harm off of something like that?
What's a mixed success? So sure, you could give like level 1 harm, like strained or fatigued
Yeah.
for psychic exhaustion. You could also make Casey lose grit as well.
Yeah, I think I'm
to
going to have you
represent.
lose grit. This is going to be 2 grit.
And there's obviously no resisting a grit loss, or is there?
You can still resist a consequence. It's just probably not worth it.
It might go
I
go
have
worse.
3 dice to my guts, so that's...
Yeah,
And how much
this would
grit
be
is it? How much grit?
2.
You're going to take 2 grit, so you need to roll a 5 or better to take less.
To make it worth it.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I'll just take the 2.
Okay,
Yeah, I
so
think that's smart.
you take the 2 there, and you just feel yourself getting strained slightly, but then you're able to sort of break through, and it's almost this like in your mindscape, this like shattering forward of the metal. Of course, it's not happening in real life, but that's how it looks to you visually, and you're able to
that's so cool.
gaze inside of the car. It's these dark, inky silhouettes that you see, lines outlining different things, and then in the center, almost humming with this deep red, this maroon red energy, is this box, just dead center in the room. It hasn't moved or shifted, and you know, maybe you've scanned for this before, maybe you felt this aura before, that is the hellstone that you're looking for. And then you snap back out of it.
I'm just gonna slowly turn to Charity and be like, pay dirt's in there.
You look over at Charity. Charity has produced a full set of demolition tools from literally nowhere and has already stuck like a bundle of dynamite to the outside of the vault car and is just like winding out the cable and is like, say what? Oh, great. Good to confirm that. You might want to plug your ears a little bit. And then goes and ducks around behind like a nearby rock or another piece of wreckage.
Yeah, I'm gonna scramble away, seeing that Charity is already ready with the detonator.
Yeah, Cavendish and Charlie, you guys like come in, you know, like you're walking up and the train curves slightly and you grit around
Hey, what's
and you
going
just
on here?
see,
Oh, no.
all you see is just Charlotte just like running away from the train.
So I'm going to push myself for another die here. So I get 2d6 to disable, because disable's kind of the like destroy stuff action.
Yeah, it's probably going to be disable.
That's another 6.
Hey,
there you go.
Okay.
Nice.
You set off these explosives and they just, I imagine there's like 4 of them, like one at each of the hinges
Yeah.
and then just like on the other side there.
Place
just
charges. for sure.
And they just go off and it just lands on the ground and the vault door is open.
Folks, let's wrangle her up. Maybe find that Western Union payout if we can, and then we got to skedaddle. I fear we'll have the terror on our asses if we don't get out of here quickly.
I agree.
And I climb her inside.
Yeah.
Before that happens,
Oh no!
just no. Charlie and Cavendish, you still are making your way up, and you see you're walking past that car with the portholes on it. You see it's at this 45-degree angle, and you see that pool of blood that has gathered beneath that angled edge right there. Just sort of keep walking. That's train heist. There's violence, stuff like that. When suddenly you watch as this staticky, like, that thing where it's just like moving way too fast and the camera's shutter speed like
too much
can't
motion
keep
blur.
up with it. So it's just blurry and snagging all over the place as this hand comes out of it and then another one and it's just crawling along the ground. And you see the specter with these bloodshot red eyes come crawling out and then see you and go and suddenly just like mad crawl at you like Ringu across the ground.
I crack my knuckles.
Yeah, and come straight at you, Cavendish. And they are going to do a level 2 harm to you.
Well, they can certainly try. I'm going to resist that.
Okay. You could make this prowess, or you could do guts. I would also allow for guts.
Well, I'll do prowess.
Okay. Especially since you have that special ability that you might want to tell some people about here.
So due to the beauty of the Blades in the Dark system, there's a trait called Veteran that allows me to take an ability from another rule set. And I took Sate Anger from the Fist. So basically what that does is I can punch ghosts and grapple
my
ghosts
favorite.
and
Beautiful.
capture them.
This is like perfect encounter for you then.
Indeed. So I guess I'll make that check for the resist before I start, wailing.
Wailing on a ghost here.
And that's a 6 right there, baby.
Oh, okay then. So you just what does this look like? The ghost is just simply like trying to grab you. Spirits or ghosts in this, like just their touch will damage you psychologically and physically.
I like to imagine the ghost lunges at me.
Yeah.
And suddenly it finds itself just midair stuck as I grab both of its hands mid-pounce.
Oh, love it.
Ooh,
Very
that's
cool.
And I move for a headbutt.
Hey, okay then, cool. Does the same like ghostly kind of aura energy emanate from your hands as you're doing this, which is why you're able to like so physically touch them? Or
Oh
is it
yeah,
something
I
else?
like to imagine like I grasp them, and then the ghost like looks down in shock, and then suddenly my hands start glowing and my my character scene starts to play.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it just like looks and goes. "Rah!"
And then I'll move for that brawl action.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm gonna give Cavendish an extra die here with an assist with my ability Foresight. 2 times per run, you can assist a teammate without paying grit because I'm the plan. I'm kind of the mastermind. I saw this coming beforehand. So in this situation, all I did here was we're doing a hellstone job. I knew that ghosts would probably be involved, so I got these custom knuckle dusters for Cavendish that just say Saint Anger across them.
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
We should also mention, I mean, I don't think this is a flashback here, but there is a mechanic in this game that's really cool called flashback, where at any point you could be like, I call for a flashback. And you can use that and to explain why you're prepared for this, why you have this specific item, like something along those lines. And then basically I either just give it to you or I make you roll for it.
And
Flashback to when Charlie lost the blanket in the river.
And if any of these rules sound very familiar to you because you've listened to Into the Whalestrom, that's because it's basically the same thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, different hack, different direct. They went. Scum and Villainy goes in the future, and we are going in the past.
Exactly.
Right.
All the
It's
same universe.
Saint Anger just happens to be Andrew's favorite Metallica song.
Oh yeah. Do you know what? You guys just hear nothing but snare drums. Just
Yeah,
blasting
that
right
snare
now.
drum, that beautiful snare drum.
Oh, it sounds so good to the ears. Jason Newsted's not allowed to play bass in Injustice for All, but that snare drum, it has the entire album for its own,
In Scum and Villainy, like all the abilities are referenced to like Star Wars and Star Trek and Firefly, and I knew all of those. But here they're like, it's a lot of references that go over my head. So I'm glad to have you here, Seth, because I wouldn't have gotten that.
Yeah, Saint Anger is an album.
Anyway,
I don't think that's related. I don't think that's
Anyway,
related
you're headbutting
to
a ghost?
Westerns. It's just a Metallica. It's a bad Metallica song.
So you slam your head into this ghost. Roll to hit it. Roll to attack it. You're
Now
gonna
it says
headbutt
I have potency in combat.
Increases the effect.
Gotcha. So
So this
up
goes
by
from
one.
a standard effect to a greater effect now.
Gotcha.
and you're rolling your brawl +1 from me.
Thank you, Bubba. Only a 5.
Only a 5. But still, you're able to
But with great
increase that
effect, yeah.
effect. So, this still goes off. Like, you headbutt that ghost, and you just, like, knock it back, and you watch his eyes just, like, spinning in its ghostly skull there. It's like, and falls back, and just its head comes clean off and bounces along the ground.
I love that visual.
However, as it
Nice.
makes that noise, you watch as 2 more ghosts emerge from that car. The hellstone is available right now. It's sitting, the door is wide open. Charity and Charlotte, you guys are near the prize. It's right there within reach. Charlie and Cavendish, you have these 2 ghosts bearing down on you now, again, doing that crazy movement and things like that. Charity, Charlotte, what I want to know right now is, do you go for the hellstone or do you help your friends?
No, I'm the mastermind, which means I can fix things from a distance. So I grab the hellstone.
Okay, then, so you book it towards the hellstone. Charlotte, what about you?
Charlotte is going to. I'm going to help.
Okay, then, so you're like going back to whether that's at distance or going in, but you make
Yeah,
your
yeah.
decision. Charity, you are heading for the hellstone. You're the plan. Like, this is the plan right now, is to get the hellstone. Somebody's got to get it. Whether that's good or bad right now, who really knows? Charlie, though, I want to give you the opportunity because you said you got to move. So before we get to the next stage of this, what is the move that you want to do?
I want to bolt at one of the specters
Whoa, okay.
and start just like deep breaths, just like and I'm like trying to suck the ghost into my body.
What?
No, don't make it
and
possess you.
And
What?
I like Cavendish.
yeah.
It was be like,
What are you doing, boy?
I can huff glue. I'm gonna huff these ghosts too. They don't-
Charlie, don't do it. It ain't worth it.
God, I'm dying right now.
and I'm
What
gonna
ability
use.
is this?
It's called "Didn't Saw That Coming." When you make a surprising,
Yeah,
I don't know why it's not "Didn't See That Coming." It's "Didn't Saw That Coming." I don't know.
No, it's
That's
less.
Charlie.
That's amazing. Okay.
When you make a surprising move that disregards propriety or other convention, you get +1 dice or +1 effect, your choice as appropriate.
What are you doing? +1 die or +1?
Please take the effect.
This is risky with, I'm gonna say, a standard effect.
Can I?
I mean, Jonas, you've run this before. What do you think?
Well, he just doesn't have a ghost puncher thing normally, so
Yeah.
I would put him down to 0 or limited. And
But what if I assist?
Can I combine abilities?
if they apply to the same roll,
Yeah, I want to also apply now. When you push yourself, because I'm going to push myself for this roll, you may spend +1 grit, so 3 total, to gain both +1 effect and +1 die instead
my
of one
God.
or the other.
Okay, so I think Jonas is right. This would have been risky limited. So now you're pushing +1 effects. So now this is risky standard with a +1 die. Now, for the didn't saw that coming, are you adding to the effect or to your die roll?
To the effect.
Okay, so this
Yes.
is risky great effect. And you are going to
off a ghost.
on it of huffing a ghost, which is didn't saw that coming. Go ahead, roll. Let's roll. How many do you roll?
I guess it's if I'm pushing myself, it's still
That's
only
one.
1, and
Yeah.
so it's a total of 2. Because I'm gonna call this a 2.
Okay. And Cavendish,
yeah.
you can support as well.
Okay, because my
So you
my
gotta-
spirit fists allow me to literally capture ghosts.
So spend two grit to help.
It's 1 grit
1 grit
for
sorry.
assist.
Well,
1 grit to help.
happily
1
do.
grit to help.
I-
I always get them mixed up. The help versus the push.
I could like try to assist with a flashback, but because the ability is didn't saw that coming, I'm gonna choose that I couldn't see it coming.
Yeah, I don't think we can add a flashback to
We get a
this.
Rocky Balboa flashback of you training them to huff ghosts, and it's them huffing different things. You like huffing some tea water and then huffing some cocaine and then just like, huffing a bunch of other things. They got you as a leaf blower. You huffing a bunch of leaves. Hey, what you roll?
I'm rolling 3 die.
3d6. Take the highest.
Okay.
So I want you to succeed.
The highest is a 5.
Okay
Hey.
then. All right. So the great effect goes off. You. What? This is crazy. You are going
I don't
to huff them in, and you succeed. The ghost is inside of you, and you just hear inside of you, just like as just like you pull it
That's just what
inside
Charlie's
of you,
brain
and you're
sounds
just
like normally.
having this like internal fight with this ghost. And you are going to take, I think this is, you can resist it or you can it's going to be a level 2 harm.
Ghost inside. You
Ghost
huffed a ghost. You
inside.
did this.
Yeah.
Or I will let you take a stigma, which is haunted.
Charlie, spit it out. I'll take
Like,
it.
cause that
Spit it out my hands.
we're not playing in the long term, so like, who knows if that's really gonna play out for you? But I will also let you just, if you want to, just take the stigma haunted because that fits so
Yeah,
perfectly.
I'm just gonna take that.
Okay then.
good.
All
That's
right.
great.
You gain the stigma haunted. That is normally in this game you gain a stigma or a trauma once your grit fills to max, which is 9.
I'm just like I have this ghost in me, and now I'm like really tense up, like I'm constipated or something, and I'm just like sitting, and I'm just holding my breath, and Cavendish is like, Charlie, like spit it out in my hand,
Oh, man, what are you doing?
and I'm just like shaking my head. I'm like, no.
Oh, I can contain it. There's literally
That was-
something my fists can do.
That was beautiful.
You're making this worse for yourself, but okay.
The scene cuts away from you to a camera shot from inside of the vault. Yeah. Looking out at the door. When we see, and it's sort of, we got a bad depth of field, so we just suddenly see Charity jump into frame and is looking there, this red glow illuminating their face as they gaze inside of the vault. And then the camera starts moving towards them, and slowly the focus shifts off of them to that car behind them, the one painted jet black. And we see a solid door with a window on it that leads into an inky darkness. And carved on the front of the door is a symbol of a spider. And in the last moments, the door slams open. And we'll see you guys next week.
Oh, man.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to the first episode of 2 of Train
so
Full of
cool.
Hell.
That was awesome,
man.
Sky.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I had so many notes, but like, okay, they'll be in the tunnel. Then it forces them to work through each cabin. Something will happen in each cabin. Throw all those fucking notes out. Who knows who else was on the passenger
I will
train?
say, like, on one hand, because I've been there and I feel that pain, I am sorry. But on the other hand, you did a great job of adapting.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
yeah.
good
it
pivot,
was
good
so
pivot.
much fun.
If you hadn't told me that you had to throw, like, I wouldn't have guessed because you handled it so well with all the description and everything.
that was great. You all did great. Does anybody have anything they would like to plug?
You can check me out playing D&D. We're playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight on Clickety Clackety RTA on Twitch. We stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check us out there. We're having a lot of fun, and obviously nothing bad is happening, and we're not all dying.
If you're digging this kind of Weird West setting, I have a game I've been working on that is a powered by the apocalypse Weird West game, so kind of adjacent to Blaze in the Dark. It's a narrative type game, fiction first, your standard 2d6. The current working title is Spectres and Spurs, Tales from the Weird, Wild, and Wicked West. It is on my itch.io, a beta version, probably an alpha version, honestly, at tintenseher.itch.io. Check it out and tell me what you think. Thank you.
How about you go over and check out Rachel on Twitch while you're at it, you know? You go over to Majora's Rose on Twitch TV. It's pretty nifty. She's usually playing games. Those are fun. And then if you don't want to do that, you go check out her socials at Rachel Cordell. If you want. I mean, I'm gonna make you. It's weird to make you do that.
I'm not your dad.
Hey, if you want.
If you like this podcast, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. If you could leave a review or follow us on social media. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. I'm not your dad.
If you leave us a great review, 5 stars, baby, we'll give you a shout out.
Maybe we will, but also you're not our dad, so you can't tell us what to do. So there you go.
Get out of here, Dad.
Get out of here, Dad.
Not my dad.
Yeah, leave my room,
I
Dad.
can't
Goodbye,
see it.
Dad.
Goodbye, Dad.
Goodbye, Daddy.
Goodbye, Dad.